Hey, we're back here in good old New Hampshire with our part 14,000 of the Rogues Gallery here of overdrive and distortion pedals. This here is Peavey Plus effects pedal by Xotic Effects. I think they're out of California. It's real nice. It's very expensive. It's probably the most expensive overdrive pedal I've ever bought in my life. It costs more than a full tone. Full tone 2, I know that, because when I bought this I was kind of torn between a full tone, a full drive 2 and this. Xotic also makes a Peavey Plus, which is basically that right there, for, you know, or Peavey Plus, I don't know. It's their original model. It's a single distortion. This has 2 channels. What?
Just B.
D's?
B plus.
We got the director's giving me crap. What are you saying?
B plus.
Peavey Plus. I don't know. I think the other one's called the Peavey Distortion. They make a bunch of other stuff. They make an AC booster and a Peavey. Anyway, this is a Peavey Plus. Forget about the other ones because I don't remember. This is a Peavey Plus. It has 2 channels of distortion. You can use one independently or the other, or you can use them both together. It has built-in compressors, channel A and B. This little button here. This has a tone, a volume, and a gain on the A side, and the B side has a bass, mid, and treble, also the compressor, and a volume and gain. And this is an A and B switch, which basically you push it in, you can go channel B into channel A, so it sends your signal. You know, your signal still goes the same way, but your signal will come in and go from B into A or A into B, which is kind of cool. It can give you a nice alternative, you know, because they're very differently voiced sides. This is very, I don't know, I would say more bluesy. The A side is more bluesy, but I use it for all sorts of different styles of music, everything from metal to, you know, Zeppelin type, you know, old Zeppelin rock and roll blues or whatever. This is a little more glassy, a little more high gainy. This the B side, and you can combine them together. I mean, like, I'll use this for my rhythm, and sometimes I'll just use that alone for my leads, but I like sometimes if I want a little more, just to push it over the edge a little more screaming, ear shattering noise, I'll just kick on that. But I think this pedal, I think it was around 220 bucks when I bought it, 240, I can't remember. It was a lot of freaking money, but I said, hey, you know what, I might as well buy something that I'm gonna like, so I did. Anyway, it has some cool LEDs. This one's really bright. You can see them. A little bit of noise because we got the volume up. Actually, I'm probably having a bit of a ground problem over here, but it could be the amp. It's really not that noisy. But anyway, here's our clean sound on the old Peavey Heritage, which is not the amp I normally play through. I usually play through 2 Marshall heads and cabinets in stereo, but we'll get into that another time. This is just an old amp that we dragged out and thought it would be fun because it has a really decent clean, and it's, you know, a basic amp, nothing fancy, no crazy modern high gains or anything like that. It's just an old rock and roll amp from the 80s. So anyway, here's the A side. It has a bit of a besides stupid 12-bar blues riffs, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of how it sounds. It has a lot of gain for, you know, compressor on. Gives it a little more, pushes it a little bit. Anyway, that's the A side. Then we got the B side, which is a bit noisy, but it's still good. Volume's on about 1.5 here, so just to give you an idea. Again, I don't usually crank this up that much because it really does a lot of output. The volume on this is very, very touchy. So I usually keep them like around, I don't know, 10-ish. I might crank the gain on this sometimes because I don't really use this side. I use it in conjunction with that side, you know, just to give myself a little more drive. But this pedal is, it has a nice sound to it. It's got a tone of its own. It's not full tone. It's not, you know, like a TS808 or anything. It's kind of a combination of a few different pedals. But I like it. It's a good pedal. It's built well. It's built like a tank. It's all metal. It's all hand-wired and handmade and all that happy shit by one guy. He lives alone in a cabin or something, and he doesn't read and write too well. He just makes pedals. I don't know. It's a legend, you know. He doesn't have eyes. He sees with his ears. I don't know. But it's a really cool thing. Like I said, this has a nice EQ section on it, and you know, it really, you can get together, which is fun. Very noisy, but that little LED's got a red glow, so it's like Christmas. This side is so noisy, but it is. But again, I do like this pedal. It's very cool. I'll demo it more in the future, but for now, that's it. That's Peavey plus Overdrive Distortion by Xotic Effects, made in the USA.